Well, I was in Silicone Valley. I wanted to try out one of these new events, these minor conversions slash minor disciples, I guess it is. And the whole thing here is I'm a little confused. I think I may understand what it is. Is basically, I guess I'm supposed to stop the 99ers from getting into this arc fall right here, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. And then once they do, it turns into a minor disciple. It's something like that. I'm not 100% clear because I've done all of like one. I think I have credit for two because I ran over somebody when I was working on the Pilgrims storyline. So this is I don't know what the word is, dead. You see all these people around me, right? You see all those dots on the mini map? None, because there's nobody. And for the most part, Defiance kind of felt like this while I was playing this day. And, I mean, I kind of understand why. A lot of people are still super pissed about the rewards being nerfed. And, man, I really got to get into it and see how horrendously bad they really were. The payout for this is going to be a complete and absolute joke. The amount of effort I think I put into it. But, maybe that's just my opinion. Apparently it's not somebody's opinion since they're the ones who made it this way. But I had a friend either show up on me, or I don't know, he came to me or something like that. I don't know. He played for a moment and then was gone. This other person wasn't here long and he was gone. Did make it a nice threat level 8, and you're going to see me start getting hammered eventually, because it feels like the full complement of enemies for the same amount of people. So it was a little bit overwhelming. Like, I know some of the other arc falls, they actually do scale, like you won't see specific enemies and all of that, and maybe we didn't hear, I don't know, but there was still a ton of enemies, and when you count that it's technically double the enemy since you kill something and something else pops out, it starts to get overwhelming. No matter, I don't care if it was at a 3, which actually I handled it pretty well at 3, but at as high as an 8 with this many enemies and you're pretty much running it solo, yeah, this gets a little out of hand a little bit fast. So, and you'll see me at one point when I realize finally that there is absolutely no one doing anything. I'm eventually going to look and be like, and I'm going to check my nearby, because that's, I mean, when you're just getting hammered. See, now the minor conversion is over, I guess. And, I don't think I really got squat for it. No keys or arc forge, but I was barely doing anything at that point. But and then your score starts over. I thought that was pretty weak. But I guess maybe if you can save all of them, which you're going to need more than 2 people to do that, then you can keep it at a conversion and it won't go to the minor disciple. But I just would like to make sure who's nearby, and when I feel like I'm starting to get overwhelmed, I guess there's another one somewhere else as well. I mean, there's always a possibility that everybody went to that one, and I was lucky enough just to be at this one. But either that one ended before this one did, or maybe the guy who finished that one, because at the end somebody is going to show up on me. But see, I already see my friend looks like he's starting to go AFK on me, and had it not been a friend, I would have said something to him. I will say that, especially when I start to get super overwhelmed and it looks like I'm gonna maybe go down. I'm gonna check nearby, because I wanna. If it was just a random person or a clanmate, I might have let them know, hey, you know, just leave. If you're not gonna do anything, leave. Friends, yeah, I'll let a friend get away with that, but anybody else, I'm probably gonna say something. Sometimes you have to, because it's not cool to sit there. You get credit for it. Just go to one of the ports here, and you know you'll still get credit. just leave, please, so that the threat level will go down. Which I think eventually even he leaves. He may realize that. Holy crap! You know, he's getting his ass whooped here. Maybe I need to get out of here, because it's the shooting. I mean, it's all the normal enemies that really seem to hurt. That's why you'll see me just ignore the grid at times, while their little, you know, sticking their hands in the ground thing is annoying. The grid themselves aren't, to me, that big of a challenge. It's everybody shooting at me and the fireballs and, you know, the fire coming at you. That's the stuff that really starts to tear into you. And not knowing where you're at, like that crap, you know. There was my escape route completely gone, and that's what got me completely trashed, was that I went to jump up on that thing as a quick getaway and get back in, and that didn't work because apparently you can't do that, which is just my luck. I'll know that next time. But I think they came from somewhere else too. It all happens because they're not just staying in one spot, or they're wiping out one thing and then they were coming to where I'm at and low on ammo. So I was like, I'm just running. I'm like, holy, where do the enemies stop? Look at you can see the mini map. See, that's why I checked my nearby and made sure right there. I knew it was in there somewhere. I was like, no, this isn't cool. But that's a lot of red dots on that mini map. I'm starting to go, oh, this is maybe over my head if this doesn't drop down, which I think it did. I think he left right about the time I checked. I was just gonna have to find something else to do because it's a bit overwhelming for one person with these kind of odds. So I start trying to pick off the smaller groups before you hit into the big group. I try to get the people that are going to hit me from behind. But it doesn't help me a lot here that they're both feel like they're converging in one way or the other. And I still use the same class and the same gun that I've shown you before. Same two guns mostly, especially for something like this. I need what I consider to be my heaviest stuff, the stuff that's really going to pull me through and stuff like this. Because even though this may not be that high a threat level for my ego, this is... You can get overwhelmed by sheer numbers, and that's what they had, is just sheer numbers. That many people shooting at you and everything really starts to get to you fast. You can just... That's why I just run around the corner and try to get some ammo, I'm sure, because these guys aren't dropping crap for ammo. That was for sure. And you just see it. I mean, just kill. It's ridiculous. Now I'm going to have some ammo. I think I said, okay, let's go over here and get it there. But they'll keep the little guys, the little drone-looking things will continue to pop out of this. And I'm assuming so that they can drop ammo because it takes so much to take this thing down. That you're going to need some ammo drops, so you'll have to keep running to the ammo box, which is not exactly right next to it. You'd have to run up the hill and everything, and that would be a little bit of a pain in the rear. Now, this one, I think it was this one, yeah, that it just doesn't seem like, to me, it didn't seem, I was like, holy crap, is this thing actually going down? Because this one took a lot longer, because I guess the enemies had, like I said, the enemies had broken through another one or something, I'm assuming. And then they all filtered over me because there was nobody to kill them where they were at before. So, once again, the problem of being solo, which is completely what I am right now. And that's disappointing because, I mean, I did a lot of events. A lot of events that felt like for nothing, for just scraps. But, and there was, I mean, the only time I saw people was at the Monolith. Monolith was heavily populated, as usual. It was longer to do. I think I got there and it had like a third of its health left or so, and I sat there longer than I normally would for a full Monolith. It took so long to kill it, and there was probably a good 50, 60, 70 people there, and I'm like, this is wrong. This is wrong. This game is... they had to have adjusted that Monolith again. There was still a full complement of Arc Hunters there to take him out, and... he would just drop down, take a little bit of damage, and go back up. He didn't even stay down as long as I've seen him stay down. So, I don't know. It felt like another nerf on him. So he does. You get less rewards by far from a dark matter now, and it takes longer to do. So I mean, it's some of this is just kind of unsatisfying, which might be why I saw so few people, because they may have just had their fill of it at this point. I mean. We all want rewards, and they weren't getting them. And I did not want this. I was trying to take out those people in the top, but I didn't pay attention to the fact that he shot out an explosive. That kind of knocked me off. That's why I'm trying to get back over here and make them chase me, because being down there is like the death pit. I'm gonna take out everybody up top. I'm not gonna let these guys sit up here and shoot me. That is not gonna work. Especially since this seemed to be where all the guys shooting the explosives were at. And that's got to be pretty high up on your list of what to take out. Yeah, I paid attention this time. I was like, we aren't getting that again. Actually, it also made it kind of like a train. Makes it a little bit easier because they're all just roaming up behind me. Here we go. Yeah, just stay there. We'll just keep running through. And we'll pick up the guys that were behind us again. The invisible guys, the invisibility is probably one of their better ones because those guys actually get me. It seems like these guys never stop spawning, but they actually get me when they're invisible more than anything else. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking for the guy with his hands in the ground that's going to be throwing me in the air, because they're going to get me and get me. thought I was fixing to be on a long ride here eventually, because they're just going to keep they'll throw me in the air 2 or 3 times. I know that. So I was like, hello, this isn't right. Especially when you're alone. Here at the end, I know that I'm going to have somebody come in and help. But how disappointing this is there was only the scoreboard. There's going to be 4 people. 4 people did this event total. I thought with the new land, this stuff would be heavily populated. People would be in here checking it all out, and there was almost no one here. There were more people in the normal place. I'll be glad when they get the maps to where they are together, so to say, so that you can see the full map from wherever you're at instead of having to go to a specific point, because it really seemed like either it was too much trouble for what was down here, or people didn't know where to go. And so Silicone Valley was pretty much dead. I mean, I was running into people. The place isn't very large, so it's not hard to run into people who are trying to do their own little thing, get their ego stuff done and all of that stuff, their pursuits. But wow, for a new area to be as dead as this was, though, I was surprised. I mean, I thought the marker for where it was stuck out pretty well, but maybe it didn't. But they are hopefully that'll fix something, and hopefully this is their doing, because they were supposed to do something that kind of split us up to where the servers could handle the lag and the load better that we're putting on it. And I can say I hope that that's what some of it is, but I mean, if so, they may have overdone it, because I'd like to see a lot of people, and I'm not seeing a lot of people, so that's kind of a downfall to do it like that. Unless you're going to make it free to play and now we can fill all these servers up again, all these shards, then I don't know. I just don't know what the problem is. The forums have been pretty silent, so any word from them as to what is what, I don't know, because they're really not giving much information other than the $1 million box was meant to be the $1 million box. That's pretty much what I know right now. So that's like no information. So I don't know if that is what's going on or not. Maybe eventually they'll come out and they'll say something. If they don't say anything today, well, then I know it's a full weekend that goes by that we're not going to hear anything. So that doesn't mean that they're not busy. I understand everybody has their jobs. I have a job. It's just there's other things to do in life than answer everybody's questions. But we all are very, very curious as to what's going on. Why there's no population? Is it because nobody's playing? Is it because of what they've done, or what? Any reasoning would be nice. Finding out something would be nice, but we have nothing right now, and it's all speculation, and there's nobody to play with. Because I like to see the randoms in the world, and there's no randoms. And get your hands out of the ground. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. You can't stand those guys. But see, this is what I'm saying. Look at this. It just seems like there's never any enemies. I'm just trying to take out all the enemies at this point, just so I can go finish that thing off. And I was like, holy crap, when are these going to stop? I mean, there's supposed to be, probably 25 or 50 people with me, and because it's just me, is feels like it's never going to end. It really isn't as bad as it could have been. Well, never mind. It is that bad. I'm alone, but the event itself at this threat level isn't as bad at this threat level alone. Any higher, even with the second person, does make it much worse. And luckily, this other guy isn't going to come in until much later. But you see how this spawned in like a whole new group of people. I just about had it cleared out, I thought. But no, more people. Or, I'm sorry, more enemies. No more people yet. But, I hope they do something to fix this. Or, hopefully this is the setup for the free-to-play. Because, if this game is going to continue on, we're going to have, you can't have 4 people total put in some form of effort at an event and call it a success. Because it's not why most of us play this game. Even if you don't talk to a single person, you still like the thought of people being around. It's one of the reasons why you're playing this game is you're wanting to be around the other people and that cooperation that you're playing with these people. And it's just not there. It's kind of hard to be upbeat at all about it right now because there's, and see, here it is. I told you they were just beating the crap out of me. I was just kind of just standing where I land at this point. But yeah, we all play this game to play with other people, even if we don't even speak to these other people. And right now we just don't have it, and it's disappointing. And hopefully something is done to fix this situation. Yeah, I'm looking for him now. I've had my fill of being thrown. Yeah, I forget. Sometimes you forget you do things, and I was not happy with that guy, and I let him know. Let him know with my scrotum. Hey, I did not appreciate what you just did, friend. And look, here somebody comes. Now that I've killed everybody, now I finally got that extra help. That person who's going to come and help me finally destroy this. You know, day late, dollar short, but I guess it was at least a little less rounds I had to put into it. I don't think the threat level hardly moved at all, so he must not have been putting too much damage into it. But I hope you enjoy this scoreboard as much as I did, because I had to admit, after all of that, killing all these, doing this by myself, and getting such a crappy payout. I mean, it was, I know it's the new event, and I guess I'm supposed to be excited for the new event, but man, that payout was so pitifully weak that it just wasn't worth it. So if you go to one of these, now maybe if you're trying to go ahead and do your pursuit, I think we have to do 25 of these for the pursuit, then I guess go ahead, but if there's nobody here, I wouldn't even bother. The payout was so disgustingly weak, which it might have been higher if there had been other people here, because, you know, you get, I'm missing out on some points, you know, by yourself, it's hard to score too high, but I still thought I did a reasonable enough score. I remember 50,000 would have got me, you know, 8 keys or so maybe. So, and unfortunately that was not what I got here. And you see it even at the end, out of ammo. And there you see it. I got 4 keys and no arc forge. So I suggest not doing these alone. And there you can see it. 4 people put out some form of effort or another into doing this. And that's not good. Not good for new content. Alright guys, that's all I've got. I will catch you guys later.